Doherty.
Here. After more than 13 hours of testimony Tuesday, the House Judiciary Committee returned for a vote on a bill targeting fentanyl.
The gentleman talking about putting his hand on his son's chest, waiting until his heartbeat stopped and his breathing ceased.
Lawmakers think the proposal can help save lives. The bill strengthens penalties for dealing fentanyl and adds resources for treatment. The panel talked about laws on possession before a vote was made. One amendment proposed wasn't supported by some Republicans.
I simply don't believe that the amendment dealing with felony possession will do much of anything. I simply do not.
Most Democratic lawmakers disagreed. They passed an amendment that makes it a felony to possess over 1 gram of a substance that contains fentanyl. That's if the person knew or reasonably knew what was in the material. The hope is that it won't punish someone who thought they were taking something else.
To prevail on that at trial probably means we need to somehow, during the arrest, get a statement from the defendant as to what they thought they had or what they thought they were buying.
Tom Raines is the executive director of the Colorado District Attorney's Council. Right now, it's a felony for possessing more than 4 grams of fentanyl. Raines says district attorneys support bringing down the threshold, but proving someone knew the pill had fentanyl in it will be difficult.
If another intent was to make sure that we actually prosecute those who kind of knowingly have fentanyl, that's a little harder. Unless they give us some information when they're arrested.
This isn't the silver bullet. It is a recognition of the deadliness of fentanyl.
Now, another amendment that passed this afternoon would make it a felony to possess a mixture with at least 60% of fentanyl. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation says the state actually doesn't have the resources to find that out right now. It appears that this is really a law that some are trying to pass now for when that technology does become available. The bill is now heading over to the Appropriations Committee. Kyle.
So bottom line, fentanyl's in a lot of stuff that people don't realize is fentanyl, and the question is, to what extent should they be held to serious criminal penalties for that?
Yes, and the argument that we heard yesterday is we don't want a scenario where a kid took a pill that they thought was Percocet, ended up being laced with fentanyl, and then that kid is charged with a felony. It appears that this amendment is something that they are trying to pass to avoid that situation.
Kid takes the pill, kid's lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
Criminal consequences aside. All right, thank you, Kelly.